Hello, amigas cheetahs. Let's talk about tonight's Love Island. First of all, I want to open this video up by saying the discourse that has been happening over the past 48 hours since the last episode has shown me that it's one of two things going on here. It's either a lot of you bitches have zero standards or a lot of you bitches is watching the show with your brains on airplane mode. One of the two. I find it comedic that so many people, especially women, I expect it from the men, honestly, but so many women have gotten on the internet to say, what is Anaya doing all of this for? What are the girls doing all of this for? Casey, show me where Casey said anything disrespectful. What did Casey do that was that bad, right? Casey didn't even do anything that bad. After watching movie night, I'm scared. I'm scared of you bitches. I'm scared of you. If you could watch the way that he spoke about Anaya and then get on the internet and say with your entire chest plate, what did KC do that was that bad? Oh, I'm scared of you all. Yeah, I hope it was worth it because KC got on this episode and agreed that he was extremely disrespectful and all of the shit that he said was completely unnecessary. He didn't need to say all of that shit and he apologized and took accountability. So, but anyways, we resumed movie night. We saw the clip of Casey and Corbin being fucking Regina George and Gretchen Wieners. It really just showed like how obsessed with the main Villa girls, everybody was over in Casa Amor. Like, they wouldn't shut the fuck up about the Villa girl. And then the clip of the Casa Amor girls talking shit about Kenzie in the dressing room. But then they were quick. They were quick to say, that wasn't me. That was Sydney. That wasn't me. That was Sydney. These are girls y'all said was going to come run the Villa. I'm never letting that go because they came over here and haven't ran not shit. Haven't ran not a fuck thing but they mouth. And then I feel like sometimes you really do maybe just have to resort to violence because after the whole thing, Corbin is again defending himself saying that he just had a connection, whatever. And Kenzie's like, I don't give a fuck about your connection. What I care about is the fact that you spoke about me so disrespectfully. And then Corbin is going to say, oh, but that's how I felt in the moment. Like I had a connection and that's how it was just making me feel. And so Jen was like, yeah, but a connection shouldn't make you feel like you need to be disrespectful to the next woman. Like, that's weird. And he was like, but that's how I felt though. I'm gonna throw my shoe at you, actually. Then we got into Kenzie's tea and the way everybody was cringing. One thing I will say is this. Dylan piping up to say that he didn't like seeing the clips of Kenzie because it reminded him of the shit that they went through and he's just wondering if it's an never-ending cycle. You saw how Kenzie was moving before you even came into the villa. So I don't know. You knew this was who she was. So I really don't understand you acting so mortified. You knew she did that already. So I'm confused. But whatever, he took that moment to air his grievances. And notice how the boys all took their time, right, to air their grievances with Kenzie and how they feel about the way Kenzie was moving. And everybody sat back and they listened. And then the girls were super understanding of the fact that it was fucked up. And they even called Kenzie out on the fact that it was fucked up. Isn't that a crazy concept? Even after the fact, the girls sat her down and were like, yeah, babe, I'm not gonna lie, that was a crazy look, that was really fucked up. There's actually something so poetic about Anaya being the one to say, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty fucked up on Caleb. What you was doing in that video, the way you was moving was very disrespectful. Something so poetic about that because the boys actually could never do the same for Anaya. No. Contrast between that and the way that the boys had previously been trying to minimize Anaya's feelings is actually genuinely crazy to me. I'd have been boohoo crying, oh, these girls and their double standards, they're double standards. It would have been a double standard if they didn't make Kenzie take accountability. That would have been a double standard because it's almost as if the girls have been upset about the principal this entire fucking time. It's almost as if it was never really about having another connection. It's almost as if it's always been about the disrespect for the girls. It's almost as if that's exactly what the fuck they've been saying this entire time. You know what I mean? Oh, y'all get on my nerves. Get on my nerves. Tumbleweeds in the brain. Look at Kenzie. The boys got their shit off, right? They said how that made them feel. She sat there, she listened, and she said, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. This was fucked up. I was exploring, but I can see how I hurt you, and I'm sorry. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. The boys always resort to deflecting, right? It's always deflecting, or they're trying to defend their actions in some way, shape, and or form. When all you have to do is say, I'm sorry. That's it. That's really it. During Sincere and Melanie's thing, Melanie is chewing Sincere up a new asshole. And Sincere keeps going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And Bryce was like, bro, all you have to say is, you're right. That's it. That's fucking it. Y'all, let me calm down because I'm skipping steps. We get to Sincere part 2. Now, production, you were funny there, opening up that clip with Melanie kissing Corey in the morning, right? So we see Melanie's one kiss with Corey, right? And then we pan to Sincere and Amora, smoochy, smoochy, kissy, kissy on every fucking surface in this villa. Major highlight was at the end, right? After the recoupling, Sincere opening his trap to say, oh, just so you know, like, if we had more time, you would have been the one. At that point, Melanie's eyes opened up wide. Like, I think that's really what made Melanie's head chip. Like, Melanie was like, bro, you telling this girl that she would have been the one, why the fuck didn't you pick her? Why did you come back here, you smiling in my face, talking about, oh, but I choose you, I choose you. And then that's the other thing, like, everybody keeps telling Melanie, like, but he chooses you, though. Like, you're the one for him. He really, really likes you. That's one of the reasons she can't fucking move on. Like, yes, I do think that she is a little bit delusional. You know what I'm saying? But I will also say, like, as a girl, I can understand, like, when you really, really, really like a boy and then you find out suddenly that he's a piece of shit, like, it genuinely puts you in a state of psychosis there for a second. And, like, I've been there. Now, I've never taken him back, per se. I'm definitely a leaver, but like when you have people in your ear telling you like, no, like, I understand how bad it is right now, but just know like he cares about you so much. He likes you so much. It was always you. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit fucks with your brain. And it doesn't help. It doesn't help that people have been villainizing Melanie from the beginning of the season, making it seem like she was crazy for trying to get to know Corbin when Corbin first came in the house. When Sincere brought that shit up in the fucking movie, I was like, what are you talking about? This is what I'm talking about. Because Melanie has felt like she was in the wrong with Sincere, so she had to just allow him to do his shit. When it came to the soul situation, this is what y'all did. This is what y'all did to her. Now Sincere feel like he could bring that shit up now. That's not a valid defense. She had a chat with Corbin. You're here like telling bitches that they're the one. And you're like actively lying to me, saying one thing to me and then saying the exact same thing to the next girl and then kissing the next girl and then coming back and kissing me and telling me that you only want to be with me. Like, do you understand how fucking crazy that is? Who gives a fuck that I spoke to Corbin? Who cares? And Amora, first of all, where did y'all find these girls at? This is the weirdest batch of women I've ever seen in my life. Said her little piece, wasn't really listening, didn't really give a fuck, but I chirped up when she was talking about, but it's good to see that Melanie was exploring though. Bitch, do you need that? Melanie shut that shit down immediately. She had one kiss. When all you saw Melanie do was have one kiss with a guy, and that was at the very end of Casa Amor anyway. She had one kiss, and you have the nerve to compare that to what you and Sincere was over there doing. Please don't piss me off. Please don't fucking piss me off. See any clips of Melanie telling anybody that they're the one? Did you see that? Like, what was the point of bringing that shit up, Amora? Like, she's weird. Sorry, Amora, has he picked you yet? Has he fucking picked you yet? Like, what was the point of making that comment? Like, that shit just pissed me off. And then her little comment basically trying to say, like, I don't even know how Melanie keeps signing up for this. Like, that could never be me. Whole time, you watched how Sincere was moving in the soul situation and then promptly signed up to be baby mama number 3. So what the fuck are you talking about, ho? Stop talking. Cut the mics. Anyway, she had a whole thing saying, I feel like you keep coming back to me because I'm dumb, whatever, blah, blah. And he's like, I'm going to show you with my actions, blase, blase, a bunch of fuckery. And so at the end of the episode, they had a chat. And it seems like Melanie is kind of like, done? Question mark? I don't know. I do think that as long as they are in the same house together, they will end up back together. Yeah, they will. Yeah, very heartbreaking to see her. Like, I don't think Melanie has had a single good day in this villa, like, since Soul pulled up on the scene. I'm gonna be real. Anyways, quickly want to brush on Kata and Zach. Kata had this little chat where she was fake mad and she was like, you know, if the girl was still there probably would have been more kisses and cuddles and blase blase. And she was onto something with that because I feel like Zach would have pulled a Sincere where he was kissing and cuddling on the girl all the way up until the end and then came back home to Kata. Like, I feel like it probably would have been the same shit. But she was smiling and cuddling him and all that kind of shit by the end of the conversation. Like, Kata not going nowhere. Kata not leaving that man. I fear. Like, it's disappointing, really. Thing I want to touch on, Corbin and Parmita, when are we going to cut those mics permanently? Them having that chat to say that they don't know anything about each other, and Parmita was like, I want you to get to know me, and he's like, yeah, okay, whatever, like, let me see that ass. And then Parmita's like, are you a romantic person? And he's like, you know, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, my dad was never romantic with my mom, like, while I've been alive, and my dad's like, he's just like me, like, he's super nonchalant, and Parmita just sitting there smiling, showing all 32, babe, like, being male-centered will get you nothing but pickle juice. Like, wow, this is the prize? This is the prize that you won? Best of luck to ya. Can't wait for you to be in the airport. I'll see y'all for tomorrow's episode and for the public vote. Let's get it together, guys. Thank ya.